Today we're going to build the Electric Handy Router. Are you tired of doing this? Well, now you can do this. With the Tamiya Craft Tools Electric Handy Router. So this motor here has 2 holes in it, and I don't know what the significance of that is. So I don't know if it makes the motor different than a regular box stock motor on a mini 4-wheel drive car, or maybe it's a special motor that we don't know about and it just happens to have a white end bell on it. So don't know. And there are a lot of parts that are very unfamiliar to me from looking at this compared to mini 4-wheel drive cars. So yeah, a lot of new stuff here. The rest of the kit looks like a lot like mini 4-wheel drive type stuff, right? You get things on a tree, attached to a tree that is, that you'll need to pair off using your nippers. So pretty cool. And look at this big gear here. This is a giant gear. We've got another package of stuff right here that we have to consider. So all of this, is this made of ABS material? Let's see. Is there anything that notifies that it's ABS? Yeah, it says ABS right here. Right here. And this probably is also ABS material as well. Pretty cool. Yep, it's right there. ABS. So let's open up these packages and we'll start our build process. The end result is going to look like this on the box, the Electric Handy Router. There's even a sticker that says Electric Handy Router. And you get some tube grease too. This is looking very mini 4-wheel drive right here with these contacts, battery contacts. Ooh, this looks like a different type of fastener of some sort. These things here. You get 3 of them. Look at that. Interesting. I've never seen these parts before. So remember everybody, your motor is a magnet. It's got a magnet inside, so you want to keep that apart from the rest of the parts that might stick to it. Okay, so this bit is for boring holes, it looks like. So there's a round ball on the end of this one. But we're going to be using, instead, this countersunk bit that I got separate. This is a separate item from the Electric Handy Router. So this one's about $7 or $8. The Electric Handy Router is about $35. So we'll begin our building process. You get instructions just like you would in a mini 4-wheel drive car. So the first set of instructions talks about building the cover for the motor. So I just tested this motor and it gave me, initially it gave me results that were around 22,000 RPM, but then it shot up to 44,000 RPM. So there have been reports of a power dash motor that's supposed to be included with the Electric Handy Router So perhaps this is what they're using in place of the power dash motor. So I thought the power dash motors were generally green end bell cap, but I guess this one is just basically housed in a white end bell cap type motor. So yeah, the holes right here, very, very strange to me, and I think that's what makes it different than a typical motor. I'm wondering if you had popped holes on a regular box stock motor, if it would give you this much power, 44,000 RPM. That's crazy, but very cool. So here we go. Let's start off the build process. Let's cut all the items off of the trees. Having built a lot of these mini four-wheel drives, I know enough to put this layer of grease right on the pinion gear, even though the instructions don't say that. And now it looks like we closed it up. Ooh, there's something missing. There. No, that's it. So, yeah, the button's on the other side. Let's see if you can see it. There we go. Push and hold shaft stopper while attaching router bit. So that's for that. So now we should be able to close this up. A reminder never to force anything into place. This is very delicate, these things. So if things don't sit well in their spaces, you need to adjust before you try again. There we go. Oop, still not perfect. What else is going on? Nice, nice and flat. So when I'm attaching screws, I like to do the turn, like a few times, and then at the very opposite end of the object. Then I turn that screw, then I proceed to the other side, and then back across. You don't want to tighten like everything on one side first before you tighten everything on the other side. Sometimes that warps things a little bit, so you want to do something here, something here, something here, something here, or something here, here, then here, here. And like basically you do it on opposite ends of the object that you're attaching the screws. And I do a clockwise turn, then I do an out and back in. So that ensures that I never cause any issues while tightening the screws. So issues might be like stripping the screws. Issues might also be like stripping the holes that the screws go into. So you never want to do that. You never want to strip them. If you strip them, then you can apply a drop of super glue inside the hole and then let it dry for a little bit, like a few minutes, and then you put the screw in. You don't want to let it dry all the way, the super glue, because then you won't be able to put the screw back in there. Okay, so good. So here we go. And this is a little, feels a little flimsy here, so let me just readjust the screws here. And you don't want to over tighten. Over tightening is just as bad as not tightening enough. Looks like there's a little gap in the top here, so that's just like a bad place to put the screw, I think. They should have moved, put a screw up here perhaps. Oh, it looks like a little toy, doesn't it? I guess you can super glue the top if you really wanted to, but then you can't open this thing anymore. So it says, warning, for plastic and wood, wear eye protection during use. Okay, so we can put the batteries in. Let me see, what else do we need? So it says you need to put the chuck in. This is the chuck. And then this thing goes, there's a thing, yep, that goes over this thing. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use this one. And also, we needed some batteries. I'll get some batteries from next door. Okay. There we go. And we place this. What is this one called? A collet. Place the collet over everything. Oop, maybe not. Maybe you do this first in here. Yep. And turn this. It's going to keep spinning, so you'll want to use this to hold this down. That's the whole point of this one. So it's just like a Dremel. You have this little thing. It's like a stopper. It stops this, so you can tighten this. And really, it should come with a tool so you can tighten it even more so, like a wrench or something like that. Or you might need a grip. So this is what I like to use right here. This is a grip like to help you open up mayonnaise jars and stuff. So hold this down, put it over this, and then you can tighten it a little bit more because you want to get a good tight seal. Now, good. It's on there. It's a little bit concerning that it's not straight when it turns. But oh well, let's put the batteries in. I think I'm missing something, right? There's some parts right here that I didn't put in. I'm concerned about that. Let's see. What did I miss? I always miss a part or two. What did I miss? Oh, yes. Right in front of the earring. Yes. Okay. Open this back again. we have to put that right in front of the cap. So this is how I remove screws too. From one end, then from the opposite end. Take care not to strip your screws when you're, because sometimes you can be overzealous, right? When you're opening up something, you're like, oh yeah, I want to do it fast, 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 quick, quick, quick. But don't do that. Take your time. I knew there was something missing. And they provide like extras of all of these little parts. So I guess if something ever goes wrong, then you can just replace the item yourself. There we go. Okay, so what's missing here is right here. There's supposed to be the collet. That's supposed to go underneath. Yeah. So the collet, which is the C thing, not the collet. This is called an E-ring. The E-ring goes underneath the washer. So let me just remove that. Let me remove that. Let me just place this right here. That's what you need the long nose pliers for. It says right in the instructions. I was like looking right at that and going, what's going on there? Bloop. It just clicks right on. So yeah, it holds it in place. Cool. Put that on there. Good. Put the cap on there. Good. Yeah. Maybe that's why it was crooked. There we go. Very nice. Oh yeah, it looks a lot straighter now. Pretty cool. Okay. 46,000 RPM motor. Pretty cool. Okay. There you go. Works great.